Hey, welcome everyone. It's Rick. We're a few days before Christmas. Merry Christmas. I'm going to do a landscape up here. I've got no underpaint, so what I thought I'd do, I'd sketch something in real quick so we have something to follow so it doesn't take too long, the video. So let's put a mountain, let's put a mountain up here. Not too steep. And we'll put a few peaks on it. Maybe have it come down pretty far on one side here, just like that. And I'm thinking about having some water. I want to do a snow scene, so maybe I'll have like some like hills, snow hills in the back here, and then we'll have like some water down in here. These will all maybe we'll have some snow banks in here. Really simple. It should come out pretty good, and then we'll have some big evergreen trees, um, and we'll put some snow on them. And we'll have some cool clouds. We'll have some clouds like that are rolling up into this corner here with the blue sky over here. Since it's going to be a snow scene, I figure, well, I'll just leave it white. So I have some phthalo blue here. I already mixed white in it. That's the color there out of the tube. It's really a dark blue. I put white in it already. And I'm using this acrylic paint. I got sap green here with a little black in it for the trees. Black with white. This is gray. I don't know why I put yellow up there. Maybe I'll have a little yellow spot in the sky somewhere, but let's start by just making a blue sky. So I have a little water in here. I also use that to rinse the brush, but just wet your brush a little, and let's put some blue paint on your brush. And we'll put a blue sky up here. That's a really bright blue sky. So what I think I'm going to do, let's grab a little white and put it in there and see if we can tone it down a little. A little more white. There you go. If your blue is too bright, just add some white to it. And now I'm going to probably bring some light color all the way down. So I'm just going to wet my brush, grab some more white, pick up some of that blue, and let's start bringing it down to the mountains. Titanium white. There's still blue on my brush, so this is an acrylic brush, number 12 filbert brush. You can use any brush that you have. Just when you're laying down a lot of paint like this, just make sure you use a larger brush, because if you use a small brush, it's going to take you forever. So You'll learn that on the when you're doing landscapes, uh, the sky pretty much takes up, a lot of paint up here for sure. So you want to have, I could pretty much lay this whole painting in with this one brush, the underpaint. To me, this is the underpaint still to me. So what I'm going to do next, I'll do the mountain, then I'll do these snow hills, and then the water, and just, I'll get all my color in first, the first layer, and then we're going to put other things on top of it. Is if you look at it that way. So this would be, we'll call this the underpaint. And this doesn't have to be perfect just yet, this underpaint. I'm just trying to fill it all in. I like to fill it in to where you don't see the canvas anymore, so the white of the canvas doesn't show through. And that's why a lot of people use that undertone to get rid of this white color. All right, there's the sky. That looks pretty good now. I got rid of that dark. You can blend this in if you want. It's already pretty much getting dried. That's a nice blue sky. I'm going to put the mountain in with this gray. I mixed a little white into some black, and I got this dark gray color here. And let's just put the mountains in right now in gray. And go ahead and wet your brush a little so you can get the peaks the way you want them. And then just start bringing your gray down a little bit. Don't bring it down too far yet. I'm going to add some white to the bottom to blend some color into it. Just like that. This is easy. This is a level 1 painting here. So if you're a beginner, this is perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I wet my brush a little. I didn't even wipe the gray off. I'm going to grab a little white, and at the bottom of the gray, I'm going to pick up some of that gray color and pull it down here. Pull it down to where I think those hills are going to be. Titanium white. Just like that. Bring it down. Very good. Now this in here, what we're going to do, let's put a little bit of, let's rinse the brush off. We'll make this snow kind of bluish because the sky's blue. It would kind of reflect in the snow a little blue. So we'll take a little white and grab a little blue and mix it into the white. And we're going to have, let's make our snow hills back here again. And we'll just fill this in with that light blue. Okay, those are going to end up being some kind of snow hills there. Just like that. We're going to have trees in there too, so. And now for our, we're going to make the water, take that same blue that you just made the hill with, and let's add a little gray to that blue. just a little touch of gray, and that's going to be the water. We're going to make the water kind of grayish, okay? Grayish blue. Wet your brush a little so you can cut the edge in like this, and then just pull your color. We're just blocking in the color right now is what we're doing. Fill this all in with water. Just like that. Look at that. Looking pretty good. Now these are just going to be snow banks, so let's grab some white now. And we'll just fill it in with the white. Don't wipe your brush off. There's probably a little gray on your brush still, but that's all right. Just grab the white off your palette and just fill in these two areas with white. Just so we get all the underpaint done. Now we'll start designing the painting now. Look at that. Really simple. Let's do some clouds right now. We'll use the same brush. I want to get some more white. I'm using Liquitex today. It's pretty good paint. This is a little more expensive than, this is like their high-end acrylic paint. Let's do some clouds. I'm going to have the clouds kind of running from here and kind of up into the sky. So I'm going to do this one here on the right first. Just grab some white on your brush. And what I'm going to do is start about here. And let's just tap in like what would be the top of the cloud. And bring it up all the way to the side. Just like that. And now let's fill in the bottom a little bit more. Now what we're going to do is with your brush at the bottom of the cloud, let's blend it into the sky. Just the bottom part. Blend, pull it to the right. Let's do another cloud here now going up. Fill your brush up again. Let's have a cloud start here and just start. What I'm doing is concentrating on the top part of the cloud and just stamping in my brush. And then I'm going to make it a little bigger down here. And now just take your brush at the bottom of the cloud and pull it to the right, just at the very edge. Just kind of blend it into the sky, just like that. Very easy way to make clouds. Doesn't that look cool though? Wow, that looks amazing. Let's put a little one like right in here. Just some little clouds here and just pull the bottom. when you're done stamping it in, just pull the bottom a little bit and blend it into the sky. Just like that. And let's put one up here at the top. Just a small one up here. And then at the very bottom, just pull the bottom. Just like that. Blend it into the sky. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's a cloud, okay? Look at that sky. That's amazing. It looks pretty good. Now, over here we can, let's extend some of these clouds here at the bottom. Take a little bit of color on your brush and let's just extend some of these clouds like that. Maybe in here too. Just push the color in with your brush like this and then just pull the bottom. It's a cool way to make clouds, okay? Wow, that looks pretty good. After, when this, we can highlight some of these clouds in a little bit. I'm going to let it dry for a little bit. Trying to find a smaller filbert brush. Because what I like to do is like right around, let's grab a smaller filbert brush. This is a number 6. The filbert brushes are kind of round on the top. You see that? And let's come in the bottom, the top of our mountains. And let's just pull some white around the mountains, okay? Just come down to your mountain and with some white color and just pull it up a little bit. Just like that. All around the top of your mountain tops. Make it like a white cloud. Just like that. Rushing, but you'll take your time. Just come up right next to the edge of the mountain. And then kind of blend the top part of it in. Very good. I kind of like that. Let's take a little bit of white now and a little gray. You're going to get like a light grayish color here. And I'm going to try and put some gray underneath some of these clouds. Just I'm testing it right now. I want to see if that's going to look good with some gray shadows underneath the clouds. I think it'll be all right. It's a little too dark, so add a little more white if it's too dark. Doesn't have to be a dark, dark gray. That one's already got some blue highlights. Let's put a little grayish color underneath some of them. Kind of rushing. Let's see how that looks. That'll be all right. Take a little white now and we'll re-hit some of the tops here. To get rid of that gray, that edge on the gray there. All right, that's all I'm going to do on the sky for now. That's good enough. Let's put some snow on the mountains now. Since it's a snow scene, I'm going to use just bright white. I'm going to have the light coming from the right. Take your knife, get a little roll of white on it, and come to the right side of the peak, and let's just pull it, follow the angle of the mountain, and pull it to the right. Let's just pull a little snow on each peak first, like this, and then I'll show you how to design the rest of it. So a little roll on the right side of the peak and pull the snow to the right. Since it's a snow scene, it doesn't matter how much snow that comes off your blade. It could be a lot or a little. Look at that. Look at that. Now let's, we can add more snow to the bottom here. Just come underneath that and add a little more snow to the peaks. It's going to make the mountain turn a little like this, see? Now I'm doing these easy. I'm just pulling them, all of it to the right. And then we can take your blade and run some lines down like this back there. It's going to make it look like there's more hills back there, okay? Just pull it down like that. Now for this left side of the mountain, take a little bit of the blue from your sky and a little white and mix that together. You'll get like a light bluish color. Let's add a little gray to it. And then that's going to be the color of the other side of the mountain here. I'm going to have to use the small side of the knife. Just come up to left of your snow and pull this bluish color now to the left. Right up next to your snow. This takes some time, but I'm gonna try and rush through it. I'm going to go pretty quick so the video doesn't take too long. But everywhere you have white, even down here, you can put a little blue underneath, even underneath the white that's running straight, just a little. It'll make it look like a cliff or something. And I'm going fast. I would usually take my time. But you could even see I'm not covering all the gray either. You can leave some of the gray on the mountain, okay? Doesn't that look cool? I went pretty fast and it still looks pretty cool. Don't forget to hit, like even down here there's some white. You got to put something next to the white, even if it's running horizontal, okay? It just helps it look like a shadow, that's all. Now take your filbert brush and rinse it off. Get it, it's kind of wet. I just rinsed it off. I'm going to get a little white on my on the brush. It's kind of wet, okay? And I'm going to put some light color down here at the bottom. Just at the bottom with that white. It's going to help the mountain look further back. There we go. Just like that. It's time for some trees. Let's put some trees in now. We're going to put some trees in. Trying to find my brushes. We'll do this real easy. I'm going to use this as a sap green and black. Let's take a little bit of that on a, just use a filbert brush, number 6. Let's put a little white in it though, to lighten it up just a bit. Just use your brush, grab a little more white. It's going to be like a grayish color. But let's put some trees back here. These are going to be far away, so I'm going to put them like, I'm going to make them on top of this hill here. What I'm going to do is punch in some color like this. Just like that. And then on this back hill, just punch in the color. This is called stamping. All on that back hill there. Now wipe your brush off with a paper towel, and then with your brush underneath, pull this to the left, just at the bottom. I'll pull this one to the right. Just like that. Believe it or not, those are going to look like trees when we're done. I'm doing this very like, almost like impressionism, okay? Now what I'm going to do on this hill, I'm going to put some bushes here. I'm going to use a number 4 fan brush. This is an oil fan brush, okay? Just get a little, this sap green and black. Let's put some bushes on top of this hill. Just take your brush and stamp it in like this. And then at the bottom, pull it to the right. These are going to be bushes. Now we're going to run some trees over here on the side. Just fill your fan brush up. Let's make them pretty tall. We'll put one in here first. Use the brush to make a trunk like this. Wet your brush a little and fill your brush up. You can wiggle it in the paint like this to get the brush to get nice and sharp. And use the corner and come down right down the middle of that trunk and just press in the middle. And press harder as you get down here at the bottom. Just like that. There's one. Let's do another one. Load up some more paint. Let's put one next to it. Put your trunk in. Use the corner and start small up here and press on the middle of the trunk. Stay on the middle of the trunk and then press harder at the bottom. Just like that. It's a different way to make trees. And let's make a small one here so we don't cover that mountain up. Stay right in the middle of the trunk and just get wider at the bottom. Just like that. Let's put a bunch of trees in here. Doesn't that look cool? We're going to put some snow on these trees, so don't worry. I'm going to widen this one up a little. There we go. That looks better. Adjust your trees if you have to. That looks pretty cool. I really like that. Let's put some bushes on this side the same manner. Just stamp in some bushes on this hill. Bring it down to here. And let's pull the bottom to the left. Into the snow. Let's wet your brush a little and load it up. Let's do another tree over here. Let's put one right on the edge. Bring your trunk down. Same thing. I'm gonna kind of make this one a little different. Maybe come down faster so it has we can see more behind it. Let's put another one in here. I'm kind of going fast, so when you do this, you'll take your time, okay? But sometimes when you go faster, it looks good still, okay? And let's put a little one right next to it, pretty close to it. I'm making them dark because I'm going to put white. I'm going to put some white snow on them, and it's going to look pretty good once the snow's all on them, okay? So down here, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to put a bush down here, pretty big bush, just stamping some foliage down here like this at the bottom. See that? Load up your fan brush and come up into the sky here and bring a trunk down to these bushes. Wet your brush, load up your fan brush, and start out small up here. And we're going to put a big tree coming down right in the middle here. You're going to have to adjust your branches with this one when you get it down to the bottom. Stand back and look at it, load your brush up, and let's fill in this middle section with some color. And then adjust your branches like this at the bottom. Make them come down because they're going to be heavy. These are big branches at the bottom. And make sure it looks, adjust some of your branches so it looks cool. There we go. I may have made these too long, but I'll fix it. I'll fix it by adding some more bushes here across the bottom. And then we're going to put snow on these bushes. Look at that. A lot of bushes down there now. All right, let's do the snow now. Let's put some snow on these trees. So we're going to use titanium white. Get some more white right out of the tube, okay? There's a trick to putting on this white. I don't want to do it on this one because it's still wet. We're going to do these trees over here first because they're almost dry. You just want to lay the paint on top of it, okay? You don't want to smear it, so I'm trying to give it a second to dry since I was going pretty quick. I was moving pretty fast there for a second. While those are drying, I'm going to put a little water on the edge of my water here. I'm going to edge the side of the pond. We just lost our whole water, but that's all right. So with your knife underneath all these trees back here, let's run some snow banks underneath those trees with your knife. Just like this. Just run a little snow underneath. We can do that a little bit here, underneath these trees. Look at that. Let's see how it's looking in the frame. It looks pretty good. I like the way the mountains came out. Mountains came out pretty good. Let's see if we're dry yet. It's dry enough. All right, let's highlight those trees. So we're going to use the fan brush. Just make sure you get all the dark color off. This is sap green and black. You're not going to need any water on your brush now. Just grab the paint right off the palette and fill your fan brush up. And you're just going to barely come in here and touch the top of the branches very lightly. Come down that tree and barely touch the top of the branches. I want this one in front, so I'm going to create branches coming down. Let's do this one back here. Just barely, when you touch it, just touch it very lightly. Like you're putting, you want to lay the paint on top. Don't smear it, okay? So it look, the more you tap it, the more branches you'll get, okay? And you're trying to leave some of the dark color in there, okay? Just like that. Doesn't that look like snow on there? Let's do this one here. Bring it down to here because I'm going to have bushes. I'll make some bushes down there. You got to pretty much design your tree now because the branches are, you can't really see the branches. You can see them a little bit up here, but just tap some white in there. Very small touches, okay? It might look hard, but it's not that hard. You just gotta imagine where the branches are. That's the hard part. Now I want to make those bushes, so what I'm going to do is make a long bush here with snow on it, then another one here with snow on it, and one more here. And leave the bottom dark, okay? Same thing here. I'm going to have a few bushes at the bottom of these trees. Just like that. Let's do this big tree now, because you can actually see the branches here. And you just want to hit the top parts with snow, okay? See how I'm doing that on the bigger branches? And in the middle, sometimes you can just hit it like this in the middle, because the branches are coming out this way, okay? But these ones coming to the side, just hit the top part. And this is a big tree here, so you can really put more snow on it, okay? on these bigger branches. Just fill the top of the branches with snow. Wow, looks pretty good. Let's do these bushes now. I'm going to design a few down here that are long. Just like that. Looks pretty cool. I really like this. It's looking pretty good. Let's see what it looks like in the frame. It's really blue sky. Uh, I like I like everything. I don't really like the blue sky that much, but it is what it is. Uh, I'm thinking if I should gray up the sky a bit. This looks like ice down here now. I'm gonna try something and try and gray up this section right in here and see what happens. I'm gonna grab a little white and gray, and maybe I'll try it over here first. I'm not sure. Let me try it in here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like, not sure. I think I'll leave it. I think I'll leave it blue. So I'm going to fix the clouds up real quick. I know what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to, since I got someone watching, I got somebody watching, I think I'm going to fill this, fill this in with another cloud here. That'll help get rid of some of the blue, but on a big jet plane. I almost want to just fill it up with clouds now. I think I'm going to make them a little grayer. Let's see what we'll put some gray clouds in here. See what that looks like. All the same. It's probably what I'm going to have to do. Because I don't like the white on the blue. It's like, it's just too much for the eye, I'm thinking. It's getting there. It's getting there to the way I'm hiding the blue. Basically, what I want to do is just get rid of the blue. With some a mixture of gray and white clouds. I think it'll look a lot better, honestly. It's getting there. Whoever's watching is probably laughing. It's what happens when, there's one part of the painting that you don't like, it'll irk you, like, until you get it right. It's a winter scene, so I mean, there's going to be a lot of clouds, so I shouldn't have started off with such a blue sky, but I kind of like what's going on now with these bunch of clouds, layering the clouds in like that. starting to take shape. Starting to take a little shape. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hit these now with a little bit of light. The grayer clouds. Should wait till they dry a little bit, but it's like highlighting the clouds. You could spend hours on your clouds. All right, I think I'm gonna work it because it's almost coming on an hour. But as far as the if you're gonna do this painting, I'm gonna paint the blue in the sky. That was too bright of a blue, but overall it looks pretty good. I'm gonna keep working on the sky till I get it right, and the rest of it's perfect. I like the way the mountains came out. We got some trees on a hill over here and over here, and this big tree in the foreground. That looks kind of cool with all these bushes with snow on it. Got distant trees back here, a nice cool mountain. Wow. It's actually looking pretty good. I just got to fix the clouds up and it'll be perfect. I don't see any messages, so I guess I'll end it here. Uh, oh, Peggy heard my song. Okay, cool. Yeah. I did put a song on a short there that me and my friend Lisa, we play in a band, Rick and Lisa Experience. We're on YouTube. You should check it out. But besides being an artist, I'm also a musician. I've been playing music since I was a kid, so go check that out. I could see, I'm starting to like the clouds now the way I did this, so I covered up a lot of that bright blue. I think I'm just going to make this blue a little lighter and then it should be okay. Yeah, no worries, Peggy. I've been trying to tell everybody I play in a couple bands, but I always forget. Once I get started on my painting, I forget what I'm going to talk about. I usually just wing it. All right, this looks cool. We'll see you on the next video. We'll see you, Peggy. Thanks.